is Nurkarinisa binti Kamarul Azhar. Today I will explain about MNT for weight management. MNT, or known as medical nutrition therapy, is a evidence approach system used for nutrition care process, which is NCP of treating and managing chronic disease. They often used in clinical and community nutrition that focus on nutrition assessment, diagnostics, therapy, and counseling. While MNT for weight management is to help individuals achieve their weight loss for the long term, prevent further weight gain, and maintain lower body weight. This can include calorie control, macronutrient balance, portion control, behavioral strategy, and physical activity. To reduce weight loss, the patient should consume low-calorie diet that consumption 1,000 until 1,500 per day. Low-calorie diets are typically research for fat or carbohydrate. That is more important to for the weight loss program. Food high in monounsaturated fats such as peanut butter, avocado, olive oil, and animal product. Highest intake of carbohydrate, source of legume and fruit, and according to Brown, meal replacement can be used for calorie control. General macronutrient intake for carbohydrate is 45 until 65%. For the protein, 15 until 20%, and for fat is 20 until 30% for daily calories intake per day. Next, regular exercise that exceeds the minimum weekly diet, which is 150 minutes per weekly. The exercise can include walking fast, swimming, and gardening. And for the BMI, the ICN recommended for BMI which is not more than 23, and if above 23, this can normally called overweight. And lastly, for a Malaysian, normal range waist for the men not be less around 96 cm, and for the woman not less than 80 cm.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Izzati binti Munazir. So I will present the second question, which is the discussion of the nutrition, this patient. The nutrient that she needs first, fiber, is because it can support the digestive health and help regulate blood sugar level. Second, protein can help control hunger and support weight loss. Third, fat can also be added to the nutrient that can support her healthy and provide sustained health. Next, complex carbohydrate can provide sustained energy and regulate blood sugar level. Next, magnesium can reduce the risk of the developed type 2 diabetes and hypertension. Potassium can be part of a balanced diet for weight control and diabetes prevention. She also can limit the added sugar because the sugar it can contribute to weight gain and increase the risk of type 2 diabetes from sugary drinks and processing food with high sugar content. And she also must limit the sodium, which is salt intake. The excess sodium, it can contribute to the hypertension. So next, you can see based on the diet history. First, breakfast she take 548.8 calorie from milk. It is because nasi lemak and condensed milk tea is high in calorie, added sugar, and saturated fat. The excessive amount of sugar and saturated fat can be associated with several health concerns, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular issues. For the lunch, more than 1 cup of white rice can lead to an increased intake of the calorie and carbohydrate, which is fried chicken and fried fish is high in unhealthy fat and calorie. For the dinner, she take 1,394 of the calorie intake. She must avoid the noodle food. She also need to avoid to eat banana chip because it is high in added sugar and unhealthy fat. Last, for the dinner, she take 1,394 of the calorie intake. And the last, she has consumed for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 2,800. Next, for the suggestion for food for breakfast, I suggest that she can take oatmeal with berries and hot green tea as a beverage. Next, for lunch, it can consume a quarter half of the meal. to change the method of cooking the fried chicken to grilled lemon herb chicken breast. Next, the vegetable stir fry can use bell pepper, broccoli and carrot because they are low in calorie and high in vitamin, mineral and fiber. Also, the suggestion is to only eat fruit as health snacking option for the dinner time, such as an apple. It is high in fiber and provide natural sweetness. She also can eat an apple with a small of nut butter for added protein. That's all from me. Thank you.
Continue with assessment for Siti. Firstly, for anthropometry, her weight is 85.5 kg with height of 162 cm. She is categorized as obese class 1 according to Asia Pacific recommendation. Next, there are two categories of biochemical tests, which are glucose test and blood pressure test. In the glucose test, for FBS, she has been categorized as having a pre-diabetes level. Then, RBS indicates normal and HbA1c indicates as diabetes. Based on her blood pressure reading, it indicates that she has hypertension stage 1. Next, in terms of clinical, there are no non-medical illness. According to Siti, she has limited healthy food choices at the school canteen. In addition, she consumes less veggie together with insufficient water intake. For her diagnosis, first, she is obese caused by excess energy intake due to limited food choice. This is further supported by her BMI of 32.6 related to low physical activity levels. Furthermore, she has an inadequate fiber intake because she only eats fruits when it's available and only consumes one serving veggie per day. Moreover, her carbohydrate intake exceeds daily requirement guideline, as evidence she regularly consumes high sugar beverage.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nushida. So for the next SCP process is intervention. The first intervention is dietary changes. For dietary changes, Siti should increase fiber intake by including fruits such as whole grains, fruits and vegetables, legumes and nuts in her diet because they are high in fiber. These foods can also enhance digestive health, control blood sugar and also increase satiety. The next dietary changes is to control carbohydrate intake. Siti should reduce her intake of simple carbohydrates such as sugary snacks and refined grains and should increase her intake of complex carbohydrates such as whole grains. This can help decrease total calorie consumption and help stabilize blood sugar level. Second intervention is portion control. To prevent overeating, Siti should be reminded to pay attention to portion proportions. This involves being consistent of portion size and alert the signal of hunger and fullness. The third intervention is professional guidance. Siti needs a consultation with a medical expert to develop a customized dietary plan such as a registered dietitian or nutritionist. Considering her unique dietary requirement and health condition, they can offer customized guidance for Siti. The last intervention is regular physical activity. For overall health and weight management of Siti, frequent physical activity is essential. This may commence with her favorite hobbies such as cycling or walking and progressively up the duration and intensity of the physical activity.
So moving on to the last step for Siti's nutrition care process, which is monitor and evaluation. First is to monitor Siti's blood glucose level and blood pressure weekly. Second is to do a re-evaluation or review at 6 weeks to 3 months, which consists of first anthropometry, which is weight and BMI, and second biochemical, which is to control Siti's glucose level or her HbA1c, and third to see if there is any clinical symptoms such as hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia. Second, which is meal plan. Siti should be provided with a complete daily meal plan and monitor her dietary intake to decrease calorie intake by 500 kcal per day. This is important in order for her to try to lose weight and control her disease. The last step is to monitor Siti's lifestyle and to see if there is any behavioral changes in order for her to not repeat her current lifestyle. So in order to do this, Siti should be more physically active by doing physical exercises such as working out 2 to 3 times per week or doing light exercises such as jogging or brisk walking.
A meal plan, healthy eating and cooking tips for nutritional intervention. The ideal BMI for CT is 22 kg per meter square. Ideal weight is 58 kg, and the energy requirement based on the quick method is 1740 kilocalorie. We also calculated the baseline energy intake and also the difference. From there, it is possible to reduce weight 0.5 to 1 kg per week. The percents of macronutrients distribution. Firstly is for protein is 87 gram, carbohydrates is 195.75 gram, and for fat is 67.67 gram. And from the percents of the macronutrients distributions, we calculated the food exchange table for the carbohydrates, protein, fat and energy. So we got carbohydrate is 190 gram, protein is 70 gram, fat is 66.5 gram, and energy we got is 1635 kilocalorie. So after that, we develop a menu for breakfast, morning tea, lunch, afternoon snack, dinner and supper. So this is the menu that is recommended for CP. Next is healthy eating for nutritional intervention. The macronutrient targeted diet, which low carbohydrate as well as DASH diet, should be considered as CT suffer from hypertension and type 2 diabetes. Eat more vegetables, fruits, whole grains, fat-free or low-fat dairy products, lean meat, fish, poultry, beans, nuts and seeds. Fruits and vegetables, whole grains and low-fat dairy products are rich in potassium that recommended to lower the blood pressure. Limit foods that rich in fats, especially saturated and trans fats. Limit sugar, sugar-sweetened beverages and sweets. Limit food that are highly in salt, which is sodium, to 2,300 milligram or less per day. Most carbohydrate should come from complex carbohydrate such as brown rice, wholemeal bread, chapati and oats. CT with hypertensive and diabetes should follow the food serving recommendation for the diabetes meal plan, which is 2 to 3 servings a day. Improved nutritional knowledge has been linked to higher intakes of fruits and vegetables and lower intakes of energy-dense foods, even though there are numerous closely related and intertwined factors that contribute to the root cause and maintenance of obesity. In order to encourage healthy eating, lowering the amount of total fat consumed by cutting off saturated fats to less than 1% of total energy intake, trans fat to less than 1% of total energy intake, and substituting unsaturated fats, especially polyunsaturated fats, for both saturated and trans fats. Swapping butter for oils rich in polysaturated fats such as soybean, canola, rapeseed, corn and sunflower oil. Next is cooking tips for nutritional intervention. Eating more meals outside the home at establishment like fast food restaurants, convenience stores and restaurants is correlated with lack of culinary skills. It has been demonstrated that these foods have higher levels of calories, fats and sodium, all of which raise BMI. Meals cooked at home, on the other hand, are probably lower in calories, fat, sugar and portion size. Cooking at home is therefore a helpful way to improve diet quality and encourage the consumption of wholesome foods, both which can aid in lowering the prevalence of chronic disease linked to diet. Promote cooking that use less fat, like steaming, grilling, baking and boiling. That's all. Thank you.